Please pause your screen to read the content warning. It's very important for anybody that has seizures or problems with flashing images. What? Find yourself in the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Oh man, there's so many choices. Okay. Destroy your body, attack the entity. I'm ready to go back. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? Do you still not care what I bring you next? Have you figured out what you'll want when we finished? Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind? You know, at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? I'm still planning to kill you once we're done with this. What do you think of this vessel? Doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse? How can you stand be a contradiction? Can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. Doesn't matter.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It seems so distant as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or the other. Want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me. I hate it. I hate you. I'm a liker.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Wow. You know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
When will our work be done? You figured out what you want when we're finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me.
Whoa, mood.
I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Wow. Can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes.
Whoa.
I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is vaporous. She is a dream for a life she could never have, but that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for an understanding heart.
An understanding heart.
Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
Oh. You still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Okay. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow. How many more vessels do you need?
We will know when we near our destination.
Oh, so you don't know. Ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Ah! That startled me. It goes dark and you die. Effervescent vessel. King the Spectre. Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path. You're here
Okay.
to slay her.
End of the world. Okay, thanks for telling me what to
Don't
do.
mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a prince. Ignore him.
Go.
The interior of the blade is your...
I'm not gonna take it with me.
The door to the basement creaks open, her voice soft.
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh, she sounds scared.
Hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a...
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Forever, huh?
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
See what I can do.
Only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
What's that look, princess?
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light.
There isn't a key. Do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Ugh.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear
Oh.
the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You
Under
try the
the door.
door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess.
Okay.
You make
well,
your way to the
shoot.
bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Okay, last time I was in this
Or
situation,
we could use it to free her.
I freed her.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
And I think I died. Oh, I don't have a choice.
Fine.
Saving her.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
Ah.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything?
God.
It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low,
Oh,
ready
shit.
to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Can't resist. It won't let me. I have no choice.
Thank you.
There's no getting through to you right now, is there? A betrayal of will is still a betrayal. You'll regret thinking of me as a helpless damsel.
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The witch.
You're on a path. You're here to slay her. A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him.
Opportunist.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show. We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing...
Let's assume I'm telling the truth. All this happened. Why should I bother doing it? Oh, we already did that. Let's leave.
You have already committed to my
Oh, I can't leave. Okay. Go to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie. Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
Okay.
The interior of the
Ugh.
cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Should I not do the mirror this time? Okay, I'm not gonna do the mirror, and I'm not gonna take the blade. I'm just gonna go down there.
No blade. Hope you know what you're getting us into. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
Yeah. Definitely.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
Ow.
The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
He says that line the same way every time, too.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Skitters?
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite. Silence, I see. Don't think I've forgotten about you. I recognized the sound of your nervous little footsteps as soon as they came into my home. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is.
She.
Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark
She has a
room
tail?
below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright
Look at her
and
foot.
glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
The opportunist.
Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Giggity? I died last time. You didn't. If someone here shouldn't be trusted, it's you.
You were the one who tried to kill me when my back was turned. You were the one who started all of this. Only a poor loser twists their own failures around on the winner.
Can you get out of those chains?
Of course. They're nothing to me.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Yeah, she's like feral now. Team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to
Wait.
me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Can she just not
We should
leave
take
by
it.
herself? I think she said that once. Yeah, she said it once that she can't leave by herself.
Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Why do I have the feeling you're gonna stab me in the back if I help you out of here?
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them? But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event. She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember? Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back. I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing. See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
If I turn my back on her, she's just gonna jump on me. I'm gonna apologize.
Smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Okay, let's leave.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face
Seriously,
to
why is
face.
she like animalistic now?
She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
She's gonna stab me in the back.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us.
Right.
It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her.
Right.
Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time. You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
You first.
And turn my back on you? Do you think me a fool? Your tricks are one of the only things I've known, and I've learned better by now.
Just go first.
Yes. You're the one who said you can't leave here without me, which means I hold all the cards. Either you go first or we stay here.
The princess leans close, her nose twitching as she sniffs your neck inquisitorially. What is she doing? I think she's trying to figure out if we're lying, so it's a good thing we didn't lie.
Your stink is the stink of a wretch, but not of a liar. If I have to go first, I'll go first. But I'll have you know my ears are sharp, and I've got eyes on the back of my head. They'll be watching.
I wonder if the she means literally.
Eyes on the back of her head? Does she really? No, we're fine. The princess pointedly turns her back on you and starts up the stairs.
Eh.
You follow close behind her, the two of you walking on tiptoes through the knotted roots of the basement stairs.
She's like a harpy this time.
We're almost there. You better not try anything. I know you're thinking it.
No, I'm not.
Us? No, never. Just keep your eyes peeled when you get out of the basement, if you catch my drift. I don't follow. Oh, you'll know it when you see it. The princess reaches the top of the stairs and crosses over the threshold, turning back to smile at you. But something catches her eye. Oh no. Oh no? It's the blade, isn't it? I was going to tell you to grab it once we got upstairs. That was the whole keep your eyes peeled thing, and then you would have stabbed her in the back and we would have been winners.
I wonder if perhaps you were planning to bury this in my back. What an awful little scheme that would be. Too bad I got here first, and I don't even need it. Bye-bye, you loathsome little nuisance.
Then she slams the door on you.
Oh,
Its lock swiftly clicks into place. Locked in the basement, I thought for sure she was just going to stab us.
yeah, me too.
The princess cackles from the other side of the door.
How does it feel to be locked away and forgotten by the world? Isn't it just awful?
Let's see. Okay, fine, you got me. Very funny. Can you leave me out now?
No, you're going to sit down there forever, languishing.
Please just let me out. I promise I won't be mad.
As if I could ever trust you after everything you've done to me. And after what I've done to you, you can't trust me either. Neither of us is ever getting out of here. It's in our nature to be trapped.
Our nature. Are we birds? Are we both birds?
I do, but I just couldn't help myself. And we both know that you're already scheming about how to get back at me if I ever open this door. So we're going to stay exactly as we are right now, for as long as either of us lives.
Wow.
Why isn't he saying anything? I think he's gone.
Oh, I didn't think I'd ever have to see you face to face again. Otherwise, I might have given you a little more courtesy at the top of the stairs. No hard feelings, I'm sure. Why is everything going away? I feel cold.
Nom. No, you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory
She's gone.
returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
It's not the end. Wherever's on the other side is gonna be nice. It's the end for you, not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's gonna be okay. It's not the
Okay.
end.
If you say so, we'll trust you. Finally, we're going places.
Okay. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled? Unraveled?